Oh, hey guys, Wyatt here, the Coastal Agent. I can't believe it's already January of 2022. Where is the year gone? So that means it's time for a little reflective look back at 2021 and see how that market performed. And I also wanted to share with you, a little insight as to what I'm seeing in the market, where we're going in 2022. So a little bit of insight and some forecasts. Gonna deep dive into some elements that really haven't been talked about much. So what are we waiting for, guys? Let's jump in. All right, so we all know that 2021 was a good year, so it comes as no surprise. I mean, the county as a whole appreciated almost 18%. It was 17.8% for all condos and houses. Some markets fared better than others. If you look in the coastal markets, most of them were doing 25, 30. Rancho Santa Fe did 40% appreciation. We had also some good performing zip codes like in the college area that were doing really well, like above 30%. But then we also had some markets like Golden Hill and North Park that weren't quite all the way at that 17%, they were just under. So it was kind of a big spread all over the place. The fall was a little bit shaky. National headlines were saying that the market was cooling, so buyers really pulled back, and then came into the holiday season and it was just a ramp up, and we're kind of in that vortex right now. So that's kind of the market in a nutshell. If you guys want some more information on your local market, reach out to me. What I wanted to share with you is some insights as to where the market's going, give you a little bit of a forecast as to what we can expect. I mean, if we look at the numbers, really the driving force still is the basic element, which is supply and demand. And supply, we're even lower than we were this time last year. We're under a month in the whole entire county. Some markets were a half a month of supply, which is a huge deficit compared to what we were at the peak. If you look at this chart, in 2018, just before they announced that yield curve inversion, we were nearing 5% levels of inventory. 5 months of inventory for housing. And now we're less than 20% of that number, and demand is a lot higher. Interest rates are 2 percentage points lower. So you can see where this is the driving force. So if we take back supply and demand, I've explained to you that supply is still very short and demand is going to continue to be strong. I mean, a lot of people are speculating that affordability is getting out of control, which I agree with. However, when you look at the numbers here, the millennials accounted for 37% of all transactions in the real estate market last year. And that number is projected to continue because the largest cohort, the age group for the millennials that are in buying, are still yet to have purchased. If you look at this chart here, the median age of a buyer was 34, age of 34 years old. So if you look at that chart on the millennials, is that the numbers that are like 32 and 31, 32 years old, they're gonna move into that age 34 bracket, and they're 20% larger group that are gonna be continuing to buy. And we're just not seeing in the forecast that housing is gonna be able to keep up with it because builders still can't build. San Diego, we're geographically locked. So I just don't see that supply increasing, and I just see the demand continuing to increase. So I think that the market still, I think we're getting to a point where affordability is an issue. However, I think we're still going to see strong demand. Interest rates are going to increase a little bit, so I think that's going to stave off these double-digit levels of appreciation that we've seen the last couple of years. So I would anticipate that we're going to be just under 10% for the year 2022, but I feel like we're going to start off real strong in the spring market. As interest rates increase, we'll kind of see some softening in that market, and we might even see some flatlining in the pricing. I just don't see it going backwards. And if you take those numbers into 23 and 24, 2023, 2024, I just don't see it lightening up. Interest rates would have to go substantially higher, which would flatline the market, but I still think there's gonna be strong demand because even though those millennial buyers aren't buying at the top of the market, they're allowing that trade up buyer to sell their house so that they can move into the higher price point. So anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want, a little bit more in-depth detail as to your situation, maybe you're thinking about buying, or you're thinking about selling, or you're thinking about doing both, reach out to me, 619-200-3236, or on the web at sdcoastalagent.com. Guys, as always, thanks for tuning in. Make it a great day. Bye.